All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome to another live stream with the DM and Friends, and today we're really excited. Next week is the Philadelphia Expo Gaming. Philadelphia Area Gaming Expo. Page. And we're super excited about that. So we have on Ed Stark, who's going to talk about Page. And on the other corner, in the top right corner, we have Chet, and he's gonna talk about art and cool stuff. And the Kickstarter that he's involved in right now, which is live, we talked about last week, I think. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and only Chris Clark.
Still hiding out from the cops on this show, you bet. Yep.
Everybody needs to clap.
They'll never think to look here.
We're here to So welcome you guys again to the DM and Friends, and next week is Paige, and we're super excited. And Ed, thanks so much for coming on. I do want to do a shameless QR code to talk about the so you guys can see this next. If you want to go on and scan that QR code, I believe it's going to take you to tabletop where you can get a badge. I think you guys are still taking badges, right?
Yep. We're still selling weekend and individual badges. We've sold over 2,000. Phil Word isn't here; he'd be able to give you the exact number. And we have well over 1,000 events ready. So there's plenty of stuff for people to do. We have obviously a number of events have sold out, but we have a bunch of stuff. We've still got room in Alex Kemmer's Wardens of the Eastern Marches. Mm-hmm. We have room to play in a sort of mini campaign that I've been writing, the Page mini campaign. There's four different adventures, but many different sessions. And we've got a bunch of Shadow Dark. We've got a big Shadow Dark convention spanning event. Chet, what's the name of that one again? It's Down the Dark Stairwell.
Yep.
Down the Dark Staircase. Yeah. Stefan Picorni is bringing a bunch of his terrain for that. For the Page mini campaign, WizKids is sponsoring it. I've got a table, more than a table full of miniatures and terrain we're going to use. It should be a good time. We also have a much larger dealer room than we had last year. Plenty of great dealers. Lots of exhibitors, and
the entire vendor room is the entire size of what Page was last year. So, it's that much bigger.
Well, and frankly, from what I've seen, I mean, folks, if you think Gen Con is big, well, it is. Okay. But Page is considerably larger than it was last year. And it's not really just a little local con if you think of it that way. It's not anymore. It's a whole lot more like, if you're from my area, Game Hole sized, Origins sized. Maybe I haven't been to Origins in a few years, so maybe it's grown too. I don't know.
I think Origins is probably a little bigger than that.
A little bigger. But no, it's a good sized con now. It is.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that the dealers make out as well as they did last year, because I loved the variety of dealers that we had last year, and it looks really great this year too. I always go up and spend money, and you probably can't hear it in the background, but I'm running a 3D printer that was sort of inspired. Page inspired me to get one, so I've been printing out all kinds of weird stuff, and I'm going to have some special gifts for people at the show.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
What was the attendance last year? I don't know if you just said it or not, but
I believe we cracked 1,800 last year. I think we sold 1,100 badges ahead of time, and then like 700 walk-ins. Now those aren't all necessarily 4-day badges, but they're all unique badges. And one of the things that's pretty cool is, unlike a lot of conventions, the Philadelphia area Expo Center, which is just sort of northwest of Philadelphia, outside of the city proper. It's in Oaks. It has a huge parking lot, kind of like you mentioned, a game hole where you can drive right up and park, and you don't have a long walk. You don't have a shuttle bus or anything like that. Same thing with the Expo Center. We're right next to a big shopping center as well with a movie theater, and so there's plenty of parking.
And it's free for
Almost around the area. So if you want to come and just spend the night, and while there are no hotels adjoining the expo center, there are a few within like 1 or 2 miles. So you can just commute over easily. It's not a big deal. It's not like, we were talking before the show a little bit about Gen Con. The last time I was at Gen Con, I had to stay out at the airport and drive down and then find parking like further away from the convention than I had ever stayed when I was working in the industry.
We were lucky enough to get close, so that we only had to walk 2.5 miles to get to the guy. Yeah.
Wow. Here's some feedback from somebody. I don't know if you have
I've just got the chat over here, unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe you should turn the I heard the
I turned my speakers. I can still hear you though.
Yeah. I thought you meant feedback as in somebody saying something.
If I couldn't hear Angelo, my life would be over. So,
Got it. I'm staying at the Marriott, I think, which is a couple miles away from.
Does the Marriott know you're staying there?
I'm a Marriot guy. Yeah, I can't do anywhere else. But looking forward. So 1,800, and this year I think you guys have way crossed that badge wise. So that's going to be a lot of fun. You know what I'm looking for?
1,000. We're expecting maybe about 2,600. Hopefully.
Yeah. You know what I'm looking forward to from my end is I saw that list that Ron posted on the auction, and so I plan on emptying out a little bit of money from my account. So looking forward to that. Saturday night, right?
Yep, Saturday night, 7 o'clock. One of the cool things about the auction is, I don't know how many people know this, but Paige is associated with another thing that runs, and that's the Gamer Assistance Program.
Yes.
I help out with that. Some other people help out. And what we basically do is we raise money, and then we send it to gamers who are in need, particularly game professionals. Most of the people who work in the gaming industry do so as freelancers, part-time, wherever, and they may not have insurance. They may not have a steady paycheck. So we find out that somebody needs some help, we try and send them some money. And so the auction proceeds, we are a nonprofit. Philadelphia Area Gaming Expo is a nonprofit. So all the money that is raised at the show and at the auction either goes back into paying our expenses or to the Gamers Assistance Program. And this has been a rough year. So the coffers are a little bit light. So if anybody wants to participate in the auction, either in person or over the internet, on Discord, you can do so and know that all the money that you're doing is going to go in some way to help the Gamer Assistance Program and help out gamers in need.
And I don't think I heard you say, but you can also purchase a virtual badge, right? Is that what you?
Yep.
It's going to be streamed through Discord. Is that what it was? Something like that?
Yeah, I don't know as much about how much is going on there. I know we don't have a huge presence, but there is some. And again, purchasing a virtual badge, all that money goes into those coffers. So,
yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. That I guess not everybody can make it. So that definitely puts a reach there. So that's a pretty brilliant idea.
While we've got the guys here, Angelo, I had one really unusual question that I'm sure most people don't ask you. But the parking lot is an open parking lot, not a covered parking lot, correct?
That is correct. It is open.
I'll be bringing the magic bus, and it won't fit in most covered garages. So
yeah, no, it is a free parking lot, and it's not covered. And one of the things is, like, for some reason, like I said, this parking lot is really big, but if for some reason there's it's all full where you wanted to park, we're adjoining a shopping center, so
it's only the 26-foot bus. It's okay. That's right.
Yeah. No, it shouldn't be a problem.
So Ed, you're the special guest coordinator, huh? So are you responsible for Chris Clark's special guest appearance? Is that your fault?
So Chris, I believe, has been dealing with Ron for quite a number of years. So
yes.
I did not go out to recruit Chris. I certainly would have, because I'm a big fan of his company.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've run into each other a number of times, but yeah, I'm trying to be a special guest coordinator, which means juggling travel schedules and trying to make sure everybody knows where to be during events and autograph signings and things like that, and help them out. Ron makes all the big financial decisions and things like that, and Phil, the director of operations on site. But I try and make sure that the guests have what they need to hopefully enjoy the con as well as be a big part of it.
Blair wants to talk about the satanic panic of the 80s. Oh boy. Let's talk about some other things.
Oh, I have huge stories about that.
I got many too.
I mean, I lived through that. I started playing D&D pretty much as it was coming out, so I have some fun stories about that.
I don't know how many times my core books got thrown away by my parents. I'm being serious. I dug them out of the trash one time. Little did they know. I don't think I ever told my mom that. But, my parents were very religious. I went to church as long as I was living under the roof and everything. They were very supportive of D&D because they learned what it was. And in fact, I remember having a long conversation with my mom because I'd been playing D&D already for a couple of years before the Satanic Panic. And so she had been starting to hear things, and she asked me about it, and we had a long talk. And she's like, yeah, you guys are just playing make-believe, and you're reading, and you're learning math, and you're hanging out in our, in my game room, which was like just an upstairs bedroom. And so she talked to our minister. We went to the Episcopal Church, who was also a very nice guy. He went to the meeting of the various religious leaders in our very small town, talked to them about it. He's like, hey, you all know Margaret Stark, maybe you know her son. This is what it's all about, and this is the whole deal. And if you want, I can bring him in. He can show you this stuff. And he basically came back and said, if you guys ever need a place to play, you can always play in the rectory. Yeah. So my entire youth group played D&D, and it basically, when the Satanic Panic finally hit the town I grew up in, Montrose, PA, we were like a bubble of sanity. And it's like, this is just a game. You guys are.
It wasn't actually so bad in the Midwest either, although my parents were certain I was wasting way too much time on this gaming thing.
You're wasting your life.
Well, my mother, I was a high school bus driver, not the high school I went to, because we were on the wrong side of the street. The kids on the other side of the street went to the high school she drove a school bus for. Kids on my side of the street went to a different one called Grays Lake. Be that as it may, she had the bus stopped once because she saw some kids in back were rolling dice in a box, and she had to go back and see what they were up to, because you're not supposed to be gambling on the school bus, and they were playing inner city. And she came home that day and she said, you spend as much time on this hobby as you want, son. That was the last I heard where there was parental interference in my gaming hobby. So,
my mom,
that would have been 79, 78. Yeah.
Back in the late 90s, my mom ran into an old teacher of mine. She wasn't actually a teacher of mine, but she was faculty at the school. And she always used to give us a hard time. She liked to give the students a hard time for anything that amused them. And she asked my mom, is your son Ed still playing those silly D&D games? And she goes, I should hope so. He's in charge of them now. That was when I was the creative director for D&D at TSR Wizards. So, but yeah, she got a lot of satisfaction out of that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize how in the early '80s, when this all kind of peaked, it was I mean, for me, I was on the West Coast, and
it was the Rona Jaffe book that set everybody off.
Yeah. It was that whole and there was a whole series of stuff, but Mr. Rourke, who's on there, his mother and my mom together, they basically started a crusade against D&D and throw our stuff away, and so Me and him been gaming since 7.
I'm amazed you didn't catch me going through your garbage a couple times there, Angelo.
Yeah, I literally pulled them out. Yeah, I don't know. I think there was one time that they were burned too. I think, to get the devil out of them. That was all kinds of weird stuff. But
my school counselor called up my parents, and my mom picked up the phone. Now, I was in learning disabled classes. I was pretty behind in school. I had dyslexia, and I had a problem communicating. I couldn't speak very well. I had trouble walking when I was very young, so I was very behind already. And I had discovered D&D through my friend's older brother, and I was hooked. And suddenly I went from learning disabled to like high honors history and English. Suddenly I could do math, I could add and subtract and divide and everything. And then the school psychologist called and said, "Hey, we've had some complaints from parents that your sons are playing D&D, and they're telling other kids at school to play." And my mom literally told him to go fuck off.
Yeah. And they're rolling way too many criticals. And
she said he now wants to go to the library. He wants to learn. He wants to study and actually do well and write. So. Yeah.
So can I just ask you, what actually is your problem?
Oh boy, the satanic panic.
The last 2 years, I've gone back to my old high school where they now have a gaming club focused on playing D&D and other role-playing games and giving talks. We weren't allowed to play in the high school when I was there. I think somebody mentioned it in chat that they were worried that the dice rolling was gambling. They weren't worried about the whole satanic panic thing. But I think it's great that now every week they meet in the library and they've got, 20 or 30 kids who are in there. And when I say small town, their graduating classes are probably between 100 and 150. So it's a good portion.
Yeah.
Our workaround when we were in school is we were in chess club. We got to play, and the teachers were fine. They were cool with it.
Yeah.
It's just another war game. Really, that's all. It's like chess. It's another war game. Yeah.
Do you know what my workaround was? Is I had a 3-ring binder that I would go over my buddy's house who had all the books because his mom wasn't throwing them away. And I literally wrote down verbatim all the stats and tables and everything I had in a binder.
That's
But
plagiarism.
they didn't have the evil covers on them. Yeah. So that's probably why I remember in my brain what an AC set, the skeleton's an AC 7 because I probably wrote it down. So, anyways, well, that's our story, and we're sticking to it.
And back to the con for a minute. The second thing that I wanted to ask, and I think I figured it out. I couldn't figure out. Nobody has signed up for my, my brand new Lance system game. The one where I have those incredibly complex futuristic dioramas that span the entire table. And I was like, just the pictures, I usually get at least half the event filled. And well, that's when the auction is. It starts at exactly the same time as the auction.
I ran a game against the auction last year.
Yeah, auction's going to be packed, I think, probably. Yeah.
Well, we have the auction on Saturday night, and Friday night we have the GUI Cube game show. Do you guys know what that is?
Yeah.
It's really great for anybody who doesn't. Basically, they turn playing D&D into kind of a game show where the audience helps decide what the adventurers are going to do. And the GUI Cube folks have a big spinning wheel. They've got a huge terrain set up. It's all really great. So yeah, every evening we've got something pretty cool going on.
It's highly immersive and highly visual because visual is more fun. Besides, if you're a guy like you and me, Ed, you get the coolest toys. Well, I need them for the event, honey. You got to let me spend the $500.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, so that's a little bit. We'll probably come back to Paige. I do want to do a couple little shout outs that I said I was going to do every. Speaking of cons, this is far out, but I do want to give Heidi and Eric a shout out for EggCon next year. I'll be going to that. Chris will be there. I'm sure some of you guys will be there.
Look at that lovely artwork too that they're using this
Isn't
year.
it just
What
gorgeous?
the hell is that? Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that.
I mean, that's some, Chet, you're not familiar with that level of artwork. I mean, that's some first tier stuff there.
Yeah, that's second tier, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was a giant flying squirrel. Is that?
Oh,
Yeah, you did that cover, right? You did that.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I wish I could blow it up and show it here, but
actually, I drew it last year, and Eric saw it at my booth at Philadelphia, and said, "Hey, if you add a dragon's egg in here, we'll buy this from you, the rights for this, and use it for EggCon 3 next year."
nice.
So ties in with Paige.
Love it. So yeah, you guys hit that QR code and go on and sign up for EggCon. It's a little ways out, but you know what? It's only a blink of an eye away. So I think
and Lake Geneva in the summer is awesome. It's so beautiful, and the whole downtown is alive, and that's where the con is, down at the harbor shore and the cove. It's a great time. Yeah.
Yeah,
I will say that housing is a little bit of a challenge. Make sure you use their discount if you can get a room at one of those places. But when I was living out there, I actually lived in Delavan, and it's not a bad commute. So, if you don't mind driving in and parking, don't worry too much about staying at the hotel.
well, and actually, there's a lot of hotels if you can drive for 15 or 20 minutes to get there. I mean, I drive in from Racine. It's an hour.
Yeah. I mean, that's like 45 minutes, right? That's
Yeah, I'm lucky that I'm being housed offsite too. So looking forward.
Well, and there's a slug of hotels between Racine and Lake Geneva, and they're all priced for. Gosh, I'm a truck driver, and I just need a place to shut my eyes for 12 hours. So.
Yeah, and I heard that at AidCon too. There's a slew of cool guests that are going to be there, just like Paige.
I don't know if you've got as many as Paige. I don't know.
Paige has got quite a few.
I was amazed they managed to talk Chet into going again. I mean, he's not an easy get.
AidCon is smaller. It's only 3.
Oh, much. Yeah. If they hit 800 this year, they'll be doing great.
Yeah, and they're intent. I mean, they're keeping it as a nice boutique con.
I love it.
Great job. It was funny. Last year, when I was at GaryCon, the last thing we did on our way out of town, a friend of mine and I, was we stopped at Culver's, home of the Butterburger, for Butterburgers and shakes. And we're sitting there, and somebody saw our badges because I'd forgotten my old TSR training and I hadn't taken my badge off. And they're like, "Oh, is there a gaming convention?" We told them, like, "Oh, we missed it. We would love to have gone." And I said, "Well, in the summer there's EggCon, run by Heidi Gygax and Eric Garland." And the people at the table said, "Really? We just fixed their deck." Oh, okay. Well, you should talk to them then. So hopefully
I didn't even know they had a card game.
Oh my God.
Well, they've got a
sound effect for that.
Oh.
The Dragon Racing board game.
They're going to be demoing their Dragon Racing game.
They have several adventures out as well. But
yeah, that's going to be a good time. That definitely is going to be a good time. Moving on a little bit, I do want to another shameless plug to my buddy Joe Block. He in a couple more days is going to be launching a Kickstarter for Adventures Dark and Deep. And it is called the Book of Fell Wisdom. Go ahead and hit that QR code. That'll take you to the notification site on Kickstarter, and you'll be notified when it goes live. I believe it's going to be live on the 13th, right? The day before Paige, or the 14th, one of the two. But just wanted to give a little shameless plug to Joe Block's newest Kickstarter for Adventures Dark and Deep, a Book of Fell Wisdom. Looking forward to that. It's gonna have a lot of really cool kind of dark stuff in there. So
have you got
check that out for sure.
I bring my phone up here because I didn't want to be distracted.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Joe's a great guy, very creative.
Yeah.
You know, he's the Greyhawk Ragnar, if people aren't aware. He really embraced and pretty much carried on the tradition of first edition D&D.
Yep.
And really does a great job, great planning and producing. And
well, and if you can catch a minute of him, he's coming to Philly, yeah?
Oh, he's there. He's on staff.
Yeah. If you can
he'll
catch
be in
him for a
charge of the
minute when he's
vendor
not
room.
busy, fascinating guy to talk about rules, about campaign construction, all sorts of things. Yeah.
Super knowledgeable, dude.
Yeah.
Those of you guys that don't know what Adventures Dark, and I'll put this back up, what Adventures Dark and Deep is, he plugs it as this is what second edition would have been if Gary stayed at TSR. And I really firmly believe that, because he took a lot of concepts that Gary was talking about, his skill system where you buy with XP, and just kind of the way that he kind of juggled some of the classes around. It's essentially mechanically pretty close to AD&D, but with a couple twists, and well, a lot of twists. But yeah, check that out, definitely. Yeah, I'll be plugging his Kickstarter throughout the run, the next month and a half or however long it's going to be up. But yeah, looking forward to that too.
You don't have one of those cool QR codes for like about an orange colored cat or anything, do you?
Well, there, you just pulled the words out of my mouth. Thanks for pulling.
That's my job.
Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag.
Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is another Kickstarter that Chad will be talking about quite a bit, because I think you have some involvement in that. And I'll bring up that Kickstarter, which is called the Tomb of the Ancient Moor King. There's your QR code. I believe this is live. It's been live for a while. Well, I know it. I don't believe
it's live right now. It's got approximately 11 days left. It will end at the end of page. It was purposely set up that way.
Yeah.
So it's Orange Cat Games. And it's a partnership between Ron and myself, and now Jen Glazer and Levi Combs is now part of
that's cool.
Orange Cat Games, and we'll be putting out some more stuff. But we're very close. We're $2, I think, away from 13,000. We have about 256 backers, I think, the last time I checked.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of great fun tiers. It's a module that was written by Ron Meisker several years ago. He's play tested several times at all different cons, so large cons, big cons. I've done all the artwork. I've done some of the maps. We're going to have dungeon tiles. There's minis. There's like the old school illustrated booklet with all the different encounter areas, like the old Barrier Peaks and Tomb of Horrors, where you get to see the room and you have that visualization so that you're not dependent just on the description of the room to describe it to the players. Yeah, it's a fun project. We've had fun. We've got a lot of good feedback and a lot of good comments from everybody, and it will be fulfilled rather quickly, because almost everything is done, and we just hit our first stretch goal, and we're heading towards the next one. So, yeah, we're hoping that we can end this with Paige with a little bit more spring at the end here.
I did need to ask one question, Chet. If you're Moor King, are you Nanu? I'm sorry, did that make me date myself? I don't know.
No, not at all.
And here's some of the artwork. Here's some of the artwork for the Kickstarter. You did this, right?
Yeah. So I did all the artwork for the module. So this is on the back cover. These are a few of the pre-gen characters, and there's obviously an undead guy reaching out here, or actually just holding the QR code for everybody.
Yeah, I love it.
That's very helpful.
So the undead guy is not one of the pre-gens.
No.
Oh, darn it. Okay.
We could, as a special tier, make a pre-gen for you, Chris.
That would be awesome.
The Undead Clark.
There you
and
go. Yeah.
You can use him as a character. Yeah.
Roll versus disgust. You bet.
Yeah. Yep. He'll have a high charisma. He'll have a higher charisma than you, about probably 3 or 4. But
can
you call that Kickstarter tier? Can you call that tier Ghoul of My Dreams?
The Kickstarter was going along swimmingly, and then disaster struck. No.
Yes.
I'm looking for
Everybody's
some more.
canceling.
I'm looking for some more artwork for that. If you got some, you can pull it up if you want.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have sent you some stuff ahead of time.
Yeah.
If you got pictures of minis, that'd be great. I know you got them on the Kickstarter page.
Yeah. Let me.
Well, anybody who goes to the Kickstarter page can see all that stuff. Too.
Yeah. Let me bring up the. Let's see if I can bring up the Kickstarter. Yeah.
I know.
And I feel
Ron
good
was
because now
very
we're almost
excited
talking
about
about pages,
doing
so that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So did you do all the art on that whole Kickstarter? Was that solely you, Chet?
Yeah, I did all the artwork. I did the isometric map, and then I also did a large battle map that's now been cut into dungeon tiles. Yeah. So those will be on like a 24-point board. In each area, you'll be able to lay out, and yeah.
Okay, let me grab something up here.
Am I able to use the share screen?
I think so.
You might be able to. I think if you grab it and you throw it in the center of the screen, you should be able to.
Just try hitting that button down in the center that looks like a little camera. Or no, sorry, the little screen with the up arrow. Sorry. Should be third.
Right, I hit that. Yeah. Now.
Maybe Angelo has to approve it or something.
Yeah, I don't see that you're able to. I'm going to bring it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring up the actual Kickstarter, and we can go through that. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. So look at So that's another. Well, that's the front cover.
Yeah, it's the front cover. Yeah, and this shows some of the characters descending down a stairwell and having a little surprise encounter here.
Yeah.
This dungeon is also filled with some environmental traps, and it is a tomb that's over 1,000 years old. So there's some good stuff in there.
Love it.
And it needs a little maintenance. Okay.
Yeah,
definitely.
And let me see. We got what the heck?
Oh, that's
you can scroll right by that. I don't know why Ron used that photo.
That's a great photo. Okay, let me zoom in on that. Yeah. Did you do the design for Orange Cat Games too?
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that logo. Everybody who signed up for the early bird for that gets a free sticker of that. I'll also have those at Page available to buy. And then if anybody is at one of the gaming tables that Ron is running or myself, we'll have some stickers to hand out to those players as well. That's the isometric map, and obviously we've covered up some of the area there, so you can't see it really.
Love it.
If you're able to zoom in here, this shows the area encounter book. It shows some of the artwork. It shows the blue map. It also shows up in the right-hand corner painted minis by Stephen Ryder painted those for us.
Beautiful.
Of course, the minis will fulfill our unpainted, but it shows you an example of what you could do with the minis if you choose that tier level.
Yeah, looking good. Yeah, and we got some other.
Just below that, let's see some of the dungeon tiles right there.
Love it.
Nicely done.
Love it. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
And then here's your minis. I'll try to zoom in on this.
Yeah.
I had a kick looking at these the other day. You got your I don't know if you guys will be able to see that on the but go to this and check it out, guys. Some of these figs are pretty cool looking, actually. I love that dwarf.
Yeah, but he died to the vampire.
Yeah. Oh, too early.
Sorry, Fred.
The troll. Oh, okay. I like it. Yeah, those are nice looking minis, man. And they're all 28 millimeter, which is makes me happy. Yeah. So you got a bunch of stretch goals coming too, a little extra add-ons. Some good stuff. Good stuff. Let me back out a little bit.
It's a good Kickstarter. It's our first stepping stone, and we're happy to put it out. We're eager to see what people think, and we have some other fires in the that we're working on right now that we're looking forward to releasing over the next year and a half or so.
Yeah.
Can I make another backer tier suggestion?
Yeah, please.
Back when I was at West End working on a game called Torg, we wanted to send the systems designer, Greg Gordon, who also did DC Heroes and stuff, out to show people how to play the game, because Torg was very complicated. But once you knew how to play it, it was actually pretty easy and a lot of fun. So we invented this thing at Gen Con called Greg in a Box, where we had a raffle and we sent Greg to that person. You guys should do a Ron in a Box.
That's a great idea.
Kickstarter here, charge like $1,000 for it or whatever, but whoever, get one person to back it, and then you'll fly Ron out to somebody's house to
yeah.
And amazingly, the winner is in Las Vegas, and
Yeah. And so speaking of Kickstarters here, I want to talk about another one. Possibly.
we don't talk about Fight Club.
Yeah, we can't talk about Fight Club? Okay, so I won't ask you.
Maybe Monday.
Okay.
Maybe Monday we can talk about Fight Club. Although, actually, Chet, you're going to have some free time in Philadelphia, are you not?
I have a lot of going on, but I'll try to make myself available.
Right. Well, late night for a beer at the bar, maybe?
Oh, I'll definitely be. Yeah, well, that's where a lot of business gets done, believe it or not.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Yeah.
And then Ron will be sitting next to you going, don't listen to him. I need you for this. Yeah.
I keep telling Ron, you're my partner. You're not my boss.
Okay, I think I just stepped on a landmine, Angelo. You got to bail me out.
Yeah. I gotta get the music here to a little sound effects, but no.
I only make the sound effects. I can't tell you how to load them.
No, I can load them. I just need you to make them. Yeah. Yeah, that song we heard from the beginning, that was done by Inner City Games
Just
Design.
by me. That's the Inner City does not own that software. I do. My wife is. You'll get this too soon, Chet. Whoever the significant other might be or will be in the future. Where no, this is the company stuff and this is your stuff, okay? And they have to be kept separate. Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't spend money as the head of the company anymore. I have to get it approved. Because it's a corporation now, honey. You can't just be writing checks to people. Okay.
Well, good for you. That's smart. I have worked at places
not
where
good.
that was not
Just
the case.
Sole proprietorship was fun. Partnership with Gary was fun. Corporation, not fun. Not fun. At least I don't have to do the books. So,
So Chad, what's in store for after Page for you, artist wise, that you can talk about?
So I've finished a lot of commission work just this December. I have a few more things that I have to finish off. One is a cover for Eric and Heidi, as we were talking before, for their Shadows over Lake Geneva series that they do.
Nice.
And I'm working on a graphic novel that I'm hoping to finish up by end of year, so I can launch that next year. And then I have another graphic novel that's going to be an anthology that I'm hopefully going to start recruiting some other artists that are not only comic book artists but also gaming artists. So there'll be more about that as we move along. There will be obviously some art that I'm going to be doing for Orange Cat Games, and then obviously artwork for that I'll be bringing to shows, and artwork that I've done for different conventions and stuff like that. So
after Page, where else will?
So my next one, let's see, that's January. So February, I'll be at Total Con in Marlborough, Mass.
Okay,
I did the artwork for them. The theme is Battling Dragons, Red Dragon versus Blue Dragon.
Ooh.
So I'll have a number of Red Dragon and Blue Dragon things at my booth there, and also the con art will be available, which will be on the T-shirt and the program, and as a print also. And they took some. I don't know how it'll work. I haven't seen them yet, but they took the Red Dragon and the Blue Dragon, and they're making dice, six-sided dice with those. So hopefully those come out great. Yeah.
Nice, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And so after Total Con, what other?
After Total Con will be Gary Con. I'm on the vending waiting list. I've been told like one of the next spots will be mine. If not, I'll just play games, and I usually brings my cart into the lobby at night and sell stuff out of my cart, even though you're not really supposed to do that. But oh well.
Nobody will. Yeah. Have you considered doing Game Hole?
I did Game Hole this past year, and I will be back at Game Hole again. Yes.
So, but that's before GaryCon, right? I'm sorry.
No,
because
Game Hole is in October.
Because he said what's coming up after EggCon, and actually GaryCon's before. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he said what's going up after Page.
Oh, okay. Maybe
yeah. I'm sorry. I was starting with the first. I was starting with the first few cons. I have 14 conventions lined up this year so far.
Where do you live, Chet? Where you're on the East Coast, but where do you live?
So I live in Connecticut, in north central Connecticut. So I do a lot of East Coast, usually from Baltimore up to Maine, out to Wisconsin, but I go to North Texas Game Hole out in Wisconsin, EggCon, GaryCon. Yeah.
Have you ever got to go to the Lovecraft, the one that's out in Province?
I haven't been to that specific one, no. But I do go to Rhode Island for different shows there, and Rhode Island Comic-Con, and they have a number of cool shows down
there. Do they still have ShoreCon?
ShoreCon, I don't think that's around anymore.
ShoreCon used to be.
Isn't that New Jersey?
Yeah. I'm sorry. To me, that's East Coast.
Yeah.
Ron is doing a small convention called Concoction in I think it's late May, early June. Is that right?
It's going to be in May. I'm going to be a special guest, and I did some artwork for that one. Yeah. So that'll be in Vineland, or Vinland. I don't know how they pronounce it. Vinland, New Jersey.
Down the shore. It's down the shore con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and then you have to leave like 2 days later to fly down to Dallas.
Yeah.
Which is the only reason
I just bought my ticket today.
I'm not putting myself through Concoction 2 days before I got to be at NTRPG Con. Don't do that.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
I keep meaning to get down to Northwest Texas. I've just never managed.
It is a really incredible show. I really like North Texas Con.
It is such a cool.
And it's a colloquial little con. There's 700 or 800 people there. Maybe a few more now.
Yeah.
But everybody knows everybody. Anybody that's almost, except you, Ed, you're always missed when you're not there. But everybody else from gaming is in there at that show.
I remember
the guests.
Greg Gordon used to tell me all kinds of good things about Zeb Cook, a bunch of people. And it keeps falling off my radar. I want to go to that one. I want to go to Genghis Khan out in Colorado.
Genghis Khan is great. Yeah. Unfortunately, it conflicts sometimes with Total Con. So I don't know if I'm going to do like alter every other one. I'll go to Genghis Khan and then Total Con.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's any, and we'll start plugging North Texas here soon, because if there's any con that I make sure I don't miss every year is North Texas. And And I think if I'm not mistaken, Chet, that's where I met you. And
That's where we first met. Yeah, I think it was this past year. We were in a game.
No, it would have been a couple back because I didn't
Okay.
run, and I haven't ran in the last couple of years. Only anything but Boot Hill. But I think that the game that I ran that you were in, was that an ancient Greece style game? Is that?
Oh
was
yeah,
that,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of artwork, all right, we'll have a bar talk there. But that I think is where I met you, unless it was in GaryCon, which I think the last.
They all become a blur.
After
I think the last one I went to was GaryCon 10. So it would have been the earlier ones that maybe if you were going early, I probably met, especially like when it was at the previous venue. So
GaryCon, I didn't start going to GaryCon 12 when I did
some
then we missed for a module called The Horde, and that was written by who was that? Oh, Christopher.
I should warn you, Chet, that I have not been asked by Heidi and Eric to write this year's tournament. Yeah. That doesn't mean they won't.
They're gonna ask you.
They will.
They'll push it to like March, and then
they'll ask you at GaryCon, can you write this?
I don't attend GaryCon anymore.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. So at Page, they'll ask you.
And don't get me wrong, GaryCon's probably still just an absolutely fine con, so you should all go, but I don't go. So.
Yep.
You got to make choices, you can't go to every con.
You can't go to every con. No.
Can't go to every con.
People get upset sometimes too, or people from certain cons that run cons are like, well, you didn't come to my con, but you went to their con. And I'm like, it's like I didn't do this purposely to slight you.
I'm taking a vacation with some friends of mine this year. We tend to go away every year for something or other. And this year, we planned our vacation, and then I got an invite to the UK Game Expo.
Oh,
and
that's one I want to go to.
Same weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness. I had it all ready. I was like, oh yes, I'll be happy to come. And they're like, wait a minute, what are the dates again? Yeah. Oh crap. So,
and one I plan to attend is GailCon in Ireland. Jason Elliott from Solarian Games went this year. He had such a blast, and he's trying to bring some American influence over there.
Is that the con that's dedicated to Gary's widow, or?
What's that? No, it's different Gale. This is a G-A-L-E.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
More like a hurricane sort of thing.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, Angelo, you've asked us what we're doing at Page. Will you tell people what you're doing at Page? I mean, this is your show. They're probably excited about that.
Yeah. So this will be my maiden voyage at Page. I was going to go last year, and I unfortunately got. I don't remember if I got sick or there was a family thing going. Oh, I remember. I totally remember. There was. Okay. Anyways, I won't even say it. But for some reason, I did not come last year, and I had to back out last minute, and had something to do with the LA fires. But anyways, so I didn't go last year, and so this year I am literally just gonna go and walk around and be in awe and talk to a lot of people that I haven't seen since early days of GaryCon. So I'm really happy about that. What's that?
And game your ass off. Don't
well, I mean, if I can squeeze in on something, I definitely will. But I have
going to be plenty of games.
I know there is.
And a lot of
and I'm gonna obviously hang out with my buddy Chris here, but there's a lot of people I'm looking forward to just hanging out with and saying hi to. Joe, who's dear to me also. I can't wait to see him. This will be the first time I meet Ron. It'll be the first time I meet you. So I'm gonna go around shaking hands and kissing babies, and that's basically what I plan on doing. So looking forward to it. I mean, I haven't seen Mornard in since like Gary Con something. So I really love gaming with that guy. He'll be there, right? So I haven't seen Frank in forever. Blair just asked, are you going to buy anything? I don't know. I actually can't wait for the auction, which I saw some pretty neat stuff on there. So yeah, that's what I plan on doing. I think next year when I'm more coordinated, I'll probably run something or sign up for things. But some of the best cons for me, I don't sign up for anything. I just go, I hang out. I love talking to people. I mean, this is why I'm here. You know what I mean? So
the first time I went to North Texas, I hadn't signed up for anything. It was a last minute decision.
Yeah.
I ended up sleeping on somebody's floor, which was fine. It was cool. And I joined all kinds of games. So that's the gaming community. There's always room at tables.
Yeah. So, and just kind of that's kind of my role this time. Looking forward to just kind of seeing everybody. So, I mean, it's going to be a good time. Chris, question for you. What are you running at Page?
Well, the big one that sold out in like 2.5 hours is, of course, Hookers, Hobos, and Hockey Hooligans.
Yeah.
Which is a mixed group. It's funny. I ran in, and maybe you guys maybe know him, maybe don't. I know you do, Angelo. But Stephen Clements.
Yeah.
Said, Chris, you got to start running parties in your inner city game that aren't all crooks or all citizens. It's got to be a mix. I was like, okay, but then the crooks will just kill the citizens and take their stuff.
Yeah.
No. They have to work together. You just have to design the scenario that way. So it's actually going to be a mixed group that is trying to prevent a terrorist from blowing up the hockey arena in the middle of the Crosstown Classic hockey game. Of course, you won't realize this until you're 3/4 of the way through the adventure, and then you go, he wasn't kidding. Very violent game. Very, very violent game. Don't worry if your character dies. His first brother comes back, then his second cousin, then his second cousin twice removed. You do get to regenerate in the game. People generally die several times, so it's okay. It's a very violent game.
Two things. One, I noticed that the abbreviation for your adventure is 4H.
Yes.
So that's good. You could always do the subtitle of, since it's about hockey and everything, HE double hockey sticks.
Actually, that's a mansion on the inner city map in the north map.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the HE double hockey stick. That's a separate adventure we've already planned. But we're on the same wavelength, my friend.
All right. I've got some inner city game stuff. I don't know if you can see my.
Well, if you have both maps, now there's the south map, and then there's another map that hooks to it, the north map, which contains the abandoned amusement park, Cement Shoes Lake, Area 52, because it's just a little more dangerous than Area 51. The military installation, and of course, HE double hockey sticks mansion. So yeah.
So I got to play this version of Chris's game, I believe at North Texas. And Rhinestone Rick, otherwise known as Jeremy Wilson. Yeah. He was in the game, and I believe I paid for advertisement in the little hockey stadium.
We have you on the side of the arena, yes.
Yeah,
it will be there until the arena gets eaten by mice in my basement or something, yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I forgot how much Jeremy said it was, but man, that cash came out quick when I was like, yeah, I'll definitely be on.
I think I told him, I said, you can keep it, Jeremy. So he hustled you. But that's all part of the game. It's all part of the game.
And I think on your map,
yes, believe it or not.
Chris, I think on your map there's an Angelo's Pizza too, right?
I believe there is, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I was, in fact, going through the characters and sending them off to people for pre-gen so that they can look through. And I noticed that they all live in the emptiness apartments in the business district. So yeah. M.T.Ness apartments. Studio apartments for lonely living, except they all share one because you can in that game.
One of my most memorable experiences, because I was given the opportunity. Chris was running a Friday night game on Roll20 for many weeks, and we were playing in it with him and a couple other people that or in our gaming group and stuff. But one thing that I remember is so when you did the Kickstarter for it, people were able to add their names on some of the buildings and stuff in the maps. And I know that Edwin, if you guys know who Edwin is, did a lot of the buildings. And so there's like Edmund's dry cleaning, Edwin's this, Edwin that. So we made it a point to, and I know him, I've gamed with him, great guy. We made it a point for our group to go in and firebomb every single one of Edmund's.
Even the ones that didn't make you a lot of experience, which
So we spent weeks just like, I don't know if the right word is pyro or arsonist or whatever, but
I see poor Ed cringing down there. Yeah, it's a terribly wrong game. It really is.
It's horribly wrong.
Get ahead in life by burning down the largest apartment building you can, because that's where the most people will die. Okay.
So there's Devin the Dam says Fast Edwins. That's what all his buildings are Fast Edwins.
He's known as Fast Edwin in town, because Fast Eddie, of course, would be plagiaristic.
Yeah.
What else are you running, Chris? What else?
We are running, and this one also doesn't have signups yet, but I'm going to put some pictures up, and that might change things. We're running some War Pigs. The particular scenario is an advanced unit of the Allies is pushing through the bocage, and they discover a stone bridge capable of supporting armor that is intact. And they immediately call for backup and attempt to take the bridge from its defending Nazi defenders. The neat thing about War Pigs, first of all, we play it with the little plastic infantry guys. That's why it's called War Pigs, because it's plastic infantry guys. Okay. But it's 1/52nd scale. So there's a barn and a church and a farmhouse and this bridge, and it's all in 1/52nd scale. So it takes up a whole big ass table. And you get the units you're going to throw at the fight. So each player controls a different cost value of units, and they decide both on the defending and the assault side how they're going to either defend or assault. We have mine rules. We have all kinds of wonderful things. Off-board artillery if you want, dive bombing runs if you want. We got a couple thunderbolts that come in if you want to pay for them. And it's actually it's a nice fast-paced skirmish game, but it's pretty realistic. It works out pretty well. So
yeah, you ran that at North Texas, I think 2 times, and had full tables both times you ran it.
I think one of those games was one of the ones where the people at the table next to us were like, "You guys need to quiet down."
There was a pretty loud game. Yeah, it gets loud.
That's all of Chris's games.
Yeah, I think that I took some pictures of the layout because obviously.
Oh, I would love to have those if you would share.
Yeah, I gotta look.
If you could do a little more sharing,
Yeah, the terrain and kind of the get up that you have on that table is really.
I wanted a miniatures game out there that you didn't have to spend $500 to see if your 9-year-old son wanted to get into miniatures gaming. Now, the nice thing about plastic infantry guys is you can pick up a bag of 72 of them for like $4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, he didn't put them away properly, and I vacuumed some of them up. It's okay. They don't really get damaged by things like that, Dad, can we make some guys that got mowed down by a flamethrower and melt them in the microwave? Sure. Why not? Yeah.
And you have, and I'm just making this a little bit larger. The reason
the world has shifted.
Is I want to show you also have this.
Oh, we have actually, I think, 6 different War Pigs out there, but
yeah, this is one of them.
That's for the big plastic bugs versus the infantry guys, and it's like Starship Troopers.
And then you also have Civil War Pigs.
Those figures are getting harder to get, getting harder to find.
I don't know if I could go this way. Probably see it better this way. Yep. And we also, which I have yet to play, which I can't wait to play.
Yes, good old plastic Indians. I don't know if you have them all. Do you have the prehistoric as well?
I don't.
Okay, because we have also prehistoric War Pigs, which is dinosaurs versus cavemen, and you actually raise up armies of dinosaurs on either side.
Got it. Got it.
So, what else am I running at Page, though? Because this show's about Page, not about Chris's lineup of products. We're running Cataract, which is a good old-fashioned dungeon crawl, except I don't write good old-fashioned adventures. there's a lot of guys that are really good, like Chet and Ron, that write good old-fashioned adventures. So I try and write things that are a little more unusual. And cataract is probably not what you'll expect. It's not about not being able to see as you get older, okay? But it's different cataract. What else am I running? We're running some neighbors. When good neighbors go bad.
I can't see
where you play a specific type of neighbor. The yuppies, the poor white trash, the psycho neighbors, whatever. And everything you do is meant to make your neighbors crazy to the point where they eventually move out of the neighborhood. And the last one with a house in the subdivision wins. Yeah, but there's no actual combat. So sorry about that. But and then Gigantic, I know we're running as well, which is the sinking ship game. And the easiest way to make sure that there's space for you in the lifeboats is to make sure that no one else needs that space, because after all, they're not breathing anymore. So.
Yeah.
And that's that big ship thing that slowly gets smaller as you play. Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, sounds like a good lineup, man. I heard there's pretty large list of games that are going to be ran there. Looking forward to it. Like I said,
Stefano's bringing his stuff. Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I got an open space with Stefano's running. I'm telling you.
I'll tell you what we got to do is we got to walk around the hall like 10, 15 minutes before one of those games starts and just grab people and drag them over and be like, play this.
I'm going to put up some pictures like tonight and tomorrow, because I'm already doing the whole use tabletop events to send messages to your players. And I'm already
one
doing
thing
some
that's
of that.
really funny is I when I go to a convention, I try to run something, or in this case, plan something that's a little bit different, sort of like what you're talking about, Chris. I always like to have something at the table that maybe people don't see in their home games, whatever it can be.
Yeah.
And I will, like this year, the tournament is all, or mini campaign is all about D&D 5e. It's all homegrown. There's all some weird stuff I'm going to be doing. But as a player, when I go to a convention, I always try and find something that I just can't play at home. Like sure, my friends are good. I can bring home something and play it. But like last year, for example, I played a bunch of Shadow Dark because nobody in my area was playing it yet.
Right.
And I like going and playing superhero games, or things that maybe my friends are not really playing. And I like playing new stuff. I'm a huge Tolkien fan, and so I got to play the One Ring several years ago at GaryCon, so I could check it out. And I don't understand why people aren't trying out more of these unusual things. I mean, I get it. You go to a con, maybe you want to play your favorite game, but you probably play that every week. Try some of these different things.
Well, we're not bringing the really iffy stuff out there. So there will be no Exploring the Depths of Uranus board game, and there will be no Who's Your Daddy game. But maybe next year.
Those are the after-hour games, right?
Actually, they're both PG at worst, maybe even G-rated. I don't know why people think that they should be these terrible games.
Yeah, the title's not, but
Exploring Depths of Uranus is about sending an expedition to explore a planet at the farthest reaches of the solar system.
Yeah.
So one of the
we do have a question here.
Oh, one of the audience asked, might have to change my schedule to check out Lance. Are we still able to edit schedules on the website? Yes and no. If you want to change out a ticket or something, you kind of have to send that to an administrator, but you can sign up for a game. What I would encourage you to do is sign up for like Lance, and and then return the other ticket or send a message or whatever. It isn't something that can be done automatically through tabletop events. That is, we can't refund the money without you sending that to somebody. But most of our tickets are only a couple of bucks anyway, so hopefully, fund that Gamers Assistance Program. But you can go in and add games still, definitely. The other part you might need a little help with.
Yeah.
And if you need to go to the auction for an hour to get the thing that you've been trying to get for the last 15 years, do that and pop over later. We'll get you in the game.
I mean, heck, you can monitor the auction with your phone, and you can bid from your phone if you want.
There you go.
See
Yeah,
This is
because
why
if you're
Ed makes the
looking
big
to
money.
get some artwork from the Tomb of the Ancient Moor King that's being auctioned off at the auction, yeah, go on over and get it.
They're going to make that available?
Yeah,
I thought that was supposed to go straight to the museum.
no,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
the third tier
This
museum.
belongs in a museum.
I don't know if the Louvre would appreciate you saying there, but okay. Yeah. Every man has his own opinion.
Thanks so much for that question. That was a great question. Well, gentlemen, we're at the top of the hour. I think that we'll close down here at some point. I might do a.
I got a few good years left in me.
Anybody want to say any kind of parting things? Ed, you want to start us out?
Sure. I really appreciate you guys listening to me ramble about stories and talk about Paige. Right after this, I've got to do a little bit more prep work before I go to bed, and then I'm taking tomorrow off so that I can do more prep work.
Nice.
But I'm really looking forward to seeing people. Angelo, Chris, Chet, I hope you all have a good, safe trip to the convention, and I can't wait to see you. I'll be running around like a chicken with my head cut off, but hopefully get to say hi to everybody and do our thing. But Angelo, thanks again for having me on, and thank you all for being
man. Thanks so
We
much.
love Ed.
You know,
Ed,
Ed, after all the dust clears from all this, if you don't mind, I'd love to have you back as a guest to talk, and we can jump in on when we're not just only talking about cons and stuff. We can get into some some RPG stuff.
I'd love to talk
not
some
con related. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks so much for coming on, and I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to meeting you and shaking hands and kissing the babies. So can't wait to do that. Chet, what about you, man?
Yeah, well, thank you for having me on tonight. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Looking forward to Paige. Looking forward to seeing all of you. I do want to do a quick shout out. There's a large amount of people behind the scenes at Paige, the staff, the volunteers, guys like Ed Stark and Phil Wirt, who do a lot of work that people don't see or know about. And, obviously Ron gets a lot of the attention because he's the face of the con, but there's a lot of people behind it who are really trying to put on a great con for everyone. And man, do they hit it out of the park every year. I'm so glad to be a part of it and to help out and just to be there and be part of that history of the con. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Chet, so much. Thanks so much. Yeah, and like we talked about, what I just said to Ed, and we talked about this before when everybody else was not on, but yeah, I'd love to have you back, man, that we can just kind of dig into some art stuff and some other projects you've done. And
sure, yeah, I'd love to talk about it. And I could send you artwork ahead of time so you could put things up.
Yeah, we'll be a little more organized next time. We're to be honest with you, the DM and Friends, this venture, this journey that we're on is so in the early stages. I really, to be honest with you, I know enough to be dangerous, and so yeah, a little bit more.
You started it as a lark.
Yeah.
It was just I'm going to try this today.
Yeah. Next thing you know, we're at 1,900 almost subscribers, and some of the feedback I've been getting has been amazing. So I don't know if you guys know, but I'm sorry, we're now talking. We'll get to you, Chris, talking about the channel, but I've been doing a series that's been getting a lot of great feedback called How to Be a Better Dungeon Master. We've been doing this for a long time, and I'm getting questions from new and old DMs. We're talking about certain things of how to handle this and how to handle that, and and where to start and where to this. So my whole goal for this channel is just to form a community, reach out to community, support, make friends, because I love talking to people, and it's been a great time. So you guys, thank you for coming on this journey with me and being a part of this. And so we'll come back to it, and definitely love to have you on, Chet. Love to have you again on, Ed. But not at all. Okay, this way. The guy over here. So let's go over to you, Chris. What would you like to say?
The only thing I'd like to say before we end the show today, I'd like to try and dispel the rumor that I actually live in your attic, and that's why I'm always on the show. Okay. This is not an attic, and I don't really live here. So, okay. Just to say,
that's
Angelo and I are separated
my
by
basement.
more than 1,000 miles. Seriously, I don't know something.
Yeah, I'm in Montana. Chris, you're pretty close to.
I'm in the heart of gaming land, which of course is
which
the area around
so,
Lake Geneva. So
I am so envious of, because you guys are so close to. For me, I gotta fly out to all the East Coast stuff, and
or Jelly Angelo.
Yeah. I wish I just could open my door like you guys do. So
you're never going to be as cool as Chet. I'm sorry.
I know, he's the coolest. Look at that beard.
I came to grips with that years ago.
So so Chris, it's going to be good to see you over there for sure.
And I should be caught up on writing by the end of September. Yeah. And then I'm going to try and rediscover what this whole sleep thing is about. So
yeah. Well, you guys, I guess this is it.
All right.
Thank you so much. What movie is that from? Do you guys know?
This is it. Make no mistake.
But anyways, thank you again, everybody, for coming on. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the support. I am actually, just so anybody listening, I am going to try to do a live stream from the con. And
we hope to see you there.
I'm going to be walking around, taking a lot of footage, posting it, doing all kind of shorts and videos from the convention to kind of just document my experience there as my maiden voyage. So I'm looking forward to just, talking to everybody. And so again, everyone, thank you so much. Take care. God bless, and game on. Bye-bye.